Now, the Trump administration has launched its so-called economic D-Day on Iran we've been telling you about. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent unveiled new sanctions yesterday, calling the operation unprecedented. He also warned other nations, saying they need to sever financial ties with Iran or face retaliation.
Our objective is to sever every economic lifeline that sustains this tyrannical regime until Tehran stands alone.
CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro has more on this from our D.C. bureau. Aaron, good morning. Tell us more about these economic measures, this additional round of sanctions, and what the U.S. hopes to get out of it.
Yeah, good morning, Arrow. It's what the Treasury Department is calling Operation Economic Outcast. And as you mentioned, it's that threat to cut off all economic ties to allies, countries that still partner with or engage with Iran in any way economically. This is done by threatening secondary sanctions on those countries that transact with Tehran or enable Iran to retrieve revenue from their oil sales, which is primarily done through free trade zones or in what's known as exchange houses. And yesterday, the Treasury Department also announced new sanctions across a variety of sectors that impact Tehran, from their digital assets to aviation and shipping. Now, Secretary Bessent did say that there is a timeline for each country to, quote, remedy bad behavior and cut off their economic ties with Iran, and that President Trump was making calls to foreign leaders this week to give them that heads up about it. Take a listen, though, to the language Bessent used yesterday.
Any entity that facilitates money laundering on behalf of Iran will be removed from the U.S. dollar system. The clock just started ticking. We are giving everyone the opportunity to remedy bad behavior. Why would I want to blow up the global financial system?
Now, he declined to say which countries President Trump actually talked to, but one thing to watch is China as a top purchaser of Iranian oil and whether this White House takes action against them, especially ahead of Xi Jinping's visit to the White House in September. Now, in response, Iran's economy minister said yesterday that the country had been preparing for these new sanctions, quote, for a long time and is ready for them. Iran has also threatened using their military to halt all traffic coming through the Strait of Hormuz, but it's clear the White House, after trying military and diplomatic avenues, is now resorting to economic pressure to try and get Iran to make concessions in regards to their war.
Yeah, more than 6 months into this war. Aaron Navarro in our D.C. bureau. Aaron, thanks.